right on the money.
Yeah.
Here's another question. Tim Herr, what's up, brother? I know part of your story is that you're homeless. And so what advice would you give to a new agent that's rock bottom in their life with a similar type of situation and paying like
you know, when I got involved in network marketing, I mean, I was at a really low point in my life, but it wasn't to me like it was really a low point because that's really all I knew. I mean, it's not like I was wealthy at one point and then I wasn't wealthy. When I got involved in network marketing, I was working in a go-kart track, broke. As soon as I get my check for a couple $100 that I'd get every couple of weeks, I would have to pay back people that I owe money to. And I didn't know anything different. You know, I really poor. You know, that when I was a kid, we grew up living in the back of a Nissan pickup truck, and we'd move into hotels, and you know, we had, and to me, it was like I knew that it didn't make a difference. You know what I went through because it's not really. I mean, it's not a matter of where I'm going. You know, so I think a lot of times people get caught up in where they are right now. But if you know where you're going, and you know you're going to get there, like I mean, I hate to use the example of driving on the freeway, but man, that's brutal. People do that every day. But you know what makes you keep going is knowing that you're going to finally get to your destination. I mean, I look at the pioneers that settled the West Coast, and I'm, you know, if you live on the East Coast, don't get me wrong, nothing wrong with the East Coast. I'm just using an analogy, but those guys, they would get, and they would get on these like little wagons, and I wasn't there, so I don't know for sure, but from what I've heard in the museums and stuff, they would have these wagons, and they would come all the way out from the East Coast to West Coast looking for gold. And I just think about what would happen if that was the case nowadays. You know, I mean, people, you know, how many people do you know that are going to be like, what? And the convention, I'm here, I can't find a way. And it's like, dude, you're not taking a horse and buggy. You know what I mean? You're not taking, there's no Oregon Trail, dude. It's not like, you know, you're going to have to cross the Mississippi River in a freaking buggy with horses. I mean, that's crazy. How'd they do that? We don't have to do that. We have bridges nowadays. We have cars, you know? So it's like, I just look at the people nowadays and I just think to myself, we would have never made it as a society back in those days. I mean, we're so dang spoiled. We turn on the TV, if something's not good within 30 seconds, we're going crazy, you know? There's 5,000 channels to choose from, you know? And you turn on, you got dang. So, I mean, you know, we want it right now. We've got this such as microwave mentality, but it's like, we know, it's like, if you know what you're going through, if you know what I know I'm going to get here no matter what. I know that it's going to happen. I know that I'm going to make it happen. You know, when I go to Hawaii and I talk to the people out there that we have to build a business with us, how did those people make it there originally? I mean, they were in a canoe. They called it an outrigger, but it's a darn canoe from like French Polynesia. It's like 2,000 miles in a canoe to find this little rock. I mean, to me, it's crazy what people go through back in the days. And nowadays, you know what? Hey, look, you know, my cell phone's getting shut off, and you know, you know, I got no electricity. I'm getting evicted. That's where you were, right. And it didn't stop you. You're like, I don't care what I go through because this is what my family deserves. I'm not going to accept anything else, and whatever I've got to go through is what I'm going to go through. But I'm going to get to where I'm going, and it's that mindset that it's the want to. God dang it, I want to get fired up, man, but I'm getting fired up right now because it's like, if you know where you're going, it doesn't make a difference what you got to get through because you're going to go to the destination, and that's you know, that's what makes it worth paying the price.
Right. Speaking of that.